Hey, YouTube, this is YeahManThePodcast. Today is episode 30. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, man. So today we have our special guest, Ray. We have Jeanette.
Yo.
We have Ben Austin Newsom. And I'm JP the Creator. So, what are y'all thoughts about the Super Bowl?
Well, Old Man River, Tom Brady, and versus the Young Gun Patrick Mahomes. It's going if it becomes a shootout, it's going to come down to who has the ball last. I feel. But if it becomes a defensive battle, I feel like Brady is declining so much that he's going to have to rely on the defense. Because if you watch the NFC game, he's kind of showing his age, and he's saying, "Oh, I feel like I play past 45." Like, yeah, if you got a hell of a defense, because if you're only throwing 100-something yards a game, I mean, let's look back at Manning when he played. Was it Seahawks again? When he played again for that second ring he got? Because the first time I got to ask was like 49-7.
Okay, you talking about which Manning you talking about?
Peyton. And then when they played again, defense won that game because he only had like 125 yards.
Right.
Well, not saying that Brady is Manning, but at the same time, he's kind of showing his age because he only threw like for 100-something yards, and he threw 3 picks.
But did you really think that the Bucs was going to go to the Super Bowl?
Hell no, I did not. I really didn't. I thought, I felt like Tom was declining last year.
Right.
But
see, that team was not set up for Tom Brady to be Patriot Tom Brady. It's set up for Tom Brady to lead them to where they need to go. That's why he was like, I don't really talk about it. I don't really did this. Somebody else talk. You know what I mean? That means a lot. So he just basically saying, hey, I've been here, done that. So he wanted somebody else's experience. And then he told somebody, I think I heard around that, he said, why you crying? They like, we ain't won the Super Bowl yet. That's his leadership. Tom Brady ain't about stats. Tom Brady is about winning. He ain't about stats.
I understand that, but at the end of the day, it's like, you're not about stats, and then,
Well, wait a minute. I'm confused because Tom, threw for just shy of 300 yards against the Packers and 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So I'm not sure where 100 yards come from.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, but man, it's just like with me. I mean, like.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's like.
I didn't mean to cut you off. In my opinion, it's the undisputed GOAT versus the guy who's going to have a chance to take his place as the undisputed GOAT. But make no mistake about it, Tom Brady is that guy. Right? No matter how you slice it, how you look at it, whatever you want to say. Yeah. Jameis Winston just threw for 5,000 yards with the same team. Tom Brady got down there, threw for a little less than 5,000 yards, threw for over 40 touchdowns. Where's the team? He could have went anywhere he wanted to, but he chose to go to Tampa. Yes, they have weapons. Probably first time in a while since he had some weapons. That's cool. But Jameis has more of an arm than Tom at this point. What's the difference? Oh, Tom. So, GOAT, right? Undisputed. Patrick, no one has ever done what he's done in their first 3 years as a starter. So if Patrick beats him, then it becomes more realistic. If he doesn't beat him, then it's kind of like, okay, I'm Tom Brady, and these are everyone else.
I wouldn't bet in this game, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because Tom Brady has did something that no one else ever did, man. Like, Tom Brady has won the Super Bowl for a whole organization, man. Like, no one has done that, man. And then he has did something no one has said is host a Super Bowl game. That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. For me, it's deep because if Tom is on the field, you don't bet against Tom.
You can't.
But me, it's different. Like, I was born in Missouri. My grandfather used to work for the Chiefs. My family, they're all Chiefs fans. I don't really claim it because I didn't really spend a lot of time there outside of being born, right? Like, I more so grew up in California and then in Texas. So, like, I'm independent, right? Because I've bounced around. But since my grandfather worked for him, it's like, damn, nobody gets tongue, but family loyalty, man. So I'm actually going with the Chiefs, man.
The only reason I really wouldn't bet against Tom was because the last Super Bowl I saw him in when he played the Falcons. And I was for sure like, okay, Falcons got this. And I was like, wait a minute, second half Tom. Now that I can't be accurate on because we all know second half Tom, he ain't about to come out there and lose. So when he came out there and he got the firing off, I said, y'all cannot let him come back. And what they do, that first touchdown, like, it's over. I said it's over. And then he got that steamroll. He got that steamroll, and he steamrolled him. I was like, come on, dude! Like you can't let Tom get going. And we all know that Tom Brady. I mean, just fun fact: back in '95, he got drafted by the Expos, which are now the Washington Nationals. So what if Tom would have went and played baseball instead? Who knows?
He wasn't playing baseball.
He wouldn't be talking about the same way.
He didn't play catcher for them.
But see, this dude got a chip on his shoulder, man. You know what I mean?
He had a chip on his shoulder. Wouldn't you?
That's what I'm saying. And this dude, he plays that way.
He's supposed to make it.
Yeah, he plays that way.
I understand it. I'm just saying, like, what if he would have won? But you know, yeah, he does play with like a chip on his shoulder.
If he went to play baseball, then he wouldn't be talked about the same way. Honestly, it would probably be Peyton Manning. Peyton did spent a lot of time losing the Tom. If there was no Tom, Peyton would be probably where Tom is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Do you think Peyton would still be playing if Tom wasn't playing now?
Huh?
Do you think Tom? Do you think prior to the neck surgery and everything else, if he didn't have all that going on, you think he'd still be playing now if there was no Tom?
Prior to his neck surgery, do I think he would be out playing Tom?
So prior to the neck surgery and everything else, like if he didn't have the neck surgery and all that, and there was no Tom, do you think Peyton Manning would still be playing to this day?
I'm not sure because not everybody is in it to play as well, right? But it's what you do in the time you play, right? Not like necessarily the longevity of it, because if you stay around long enough, then you'll accumulate enough debt. But if you come in and you say, okay, I'm going to give you 15 years, you win 7, 8, 10 years, well, all right, well, how do you argue with that? You know what I mean? So, time, like, stats come. What do you do with the time you're playing? That's more so the way I look at it.
I would say something crazy, man. Tom Brady is the Michael Jordan of football. Let me explain. He has a different drive. He has a different motivation. So he done made all the money. He married to a model. Tom Brady don't need to do nothing, man. Tom Brady is just, he trying to prove something. I don't know who he trying to prove something to, but he trying to prove something. And like, I don't know, because I think Mahomes is probably the most talented person I have ever seen. Like, literally. Like, this dude do stuff, I'm like, how do you do that? You can't show kids Mahomes videos and expect them to do that. It's like, you're not talented like that. You know, you can't do that. Like, this dude ain't human. You know what I mean? He ain't. But he got that drive, too. But see, if he beats Brady, they gonna win. They gonna win like 2 in a row. They gonna at least win 2 more. They gonna win 4 in a row. They gonna beat what the Cowboys did. I really believe that, because they had a team to do it. They had a team to do it. Like, who had the number 1 pick? They picked the number 1 pick, and the dude didn't work out. They was like, cool. They was like, cool. You know, like, they had a number 1st round pick, a running back. He didn't, he was average. And, it didn't matter. That's crazy. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know.
Yes, no, I don't have any disagreements there. Now, you're also as good as like the weapons you have too, right? So with Tom Brady, I'm not so sure that I'm quick to say that they're going to win a consecutive championships or even more than one if they win it at all this week, right? Like teams, the time, like year after year, different players are up for more money. If you ain't got the money, then you got to let them go. Like this offseason, they might be losing Godwin, right? Like, yeah, Antonio Brown is still Antonio Brown, but he ain't going to be the Antonio Brown everybody loves. Not too much longer as far as production is concerned. And, like, and once injury started hitting you, the game starts to fade. You know what I mean? Right. So, like, you just got to take advantage of the moment. But, I mean, the last time we saw these teams play, Tyreek Hill, he could have put up 500 yards by himself. And that's the problem. Like, that's the whole problem. It's like a walking mismatch, right? Like, if Kristaps Porzingis realized he was 7'3" in the NBA, you know what I mean? Like, that's the equivalent of Tyreek Hill. But Tyreek Hill realizes who he is. I don't see why they don't just attack him the whole game. There's clearly no one on the field who can keep up with him.
Well, if you attack him, then what you gonna do with Kelsey? And then if you
do who?
Kelsey, like that dude freakish too.
Oh, Kelsey, I mean, no, like you just let both of those guys in. But in the first quarter, Tyreek had 207 yards. So let's say they come out and do another quarter. All right, let's go second quarter. We'll just be Kelsey this time because the defense is over the top on Hill, but you gave up the middle and you gave up underneath. So now I'm going to just dime you to death with Kelsey, and before you know it, Kelsey's going to ring up 150 on you.
And then
like, it sounds crazy, but it's Patrick Mahomes we're talking about.
And then you do got a first-round running back.
Hilaire.
Huh?
Yeah, Edwards Hilaire.
Yeah, you got a first-round
from LSU, right?
Yeah, from LSU. It's insane.
Like, it's crazy. Like, Clyde Edwards-Hilaire, Sammy Watkins, Le'Veon Bell. What are you talking about, man?
To me, he didn't.
It's going to be nuts, man.
To me, he just didn't live up to that first-round hype. You know what I mean?
Who? Hilaire?
Yeah.
He did in the first few games. It's just, I think once, and then when Bell came over, Bell said, I don't want to be the man. I want to he just wanted to contribute to the game. Like,
but anyone else pick Hilaire. Anyone else pick Hilaire, it'd be a first-round pick, right?
Right.
They'd be disappointed.
Why, though?
Because he didn't live. He didn't live up to first round status. The first round, like you have Lamb.
No, see, you're looking at it through the production that he gave with the Chiefs, but the Chiefs aren't a running team. They just need somewhere to be good enough to take pressure off of Patrick. But you don't give a guy a $500 million contract and expect him not to dominate.
That is true.
Like, that's not how that game goes.
So, Jeanette, what do you think?
So, if he was anywhere else, he might be better.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's true. If it was a running team, but they're not. They're it's a more of a throwing league now, anyways.
Okay, but why don't they dip like use him like they do? What's his name from
out of backfield?
Yeah, but they use what's the name from the Chargers?
Austin
Eckler.
Eckler.
Why don't they use him like Eckler?
He's not Eckler.
He's an Eckler type back though. And so
let's say the Eckler type, but they're not the Eckler type offense. They're a throwing offense. So
yeah, so he can come out of the backfield.
Well, I mean, maybe he might do something in Super Bowl surprises and just have a bunch of catches and be like a Cole Beasley. Who knows? Sorry, Cole Beasley. You sit sitting at home with everybody else. So great motherfucker.
Anyway. So what do you think about that? What do you think? Who do you think going to win?
Personally, I don't know. I mean, Tom Brady's Tom Brady.
It's not only Tom Brady.
And I don't know much about the stats or the other players or anything like that. I know Patrick Mahomes is a beast, and I kind of have a grudge against them because they beat my Niners. But anyways, I mean, I kind of want to see Tampa Bay take it just because I want to see Tom Brady win it without the Patriots. You were saying that he has some kind of grudge, something that he's trying to prove. I think he's trying to prove that he can do it without the Patriots.
Without Bill Belichick?
Yeah, without Belichick.
On offense, he's kind of been winning without the Patriots. It's like even when he was in New England, they wasn't really doing many weapons.
Huh?
That's true, but you gotta think about it like from the public eye point of view.
I disagree with that, though. I disagree with that. Because he had Eckler.
What weapons were
I'm not
he?
Eckler. He had Elderman.
Huh?
He had Elderman.
Who? Chris Hogan?
Wait a minute.
Julian
Where
Edelman
else is
was cold.
Edelman number one?
Julian Edelman was cold. They gave him Moss. They gave him Brock.
When they had Moss, he didn't win. But
Yeah, but they-
more
yeah,
times than not, he had slots.
They had Brock.
Number ones.
Okay, they had Gronk.
This is the first time he had a whole bunch of number ones.
Now, the year before the year, they did over a period of time, but it wasn't like, it's not like in Tampa Bay, no. And like his last year with them, they didn't give him anything, but I get that. But
Like his last few years, he didn't get anything. And don't get me wrong, like the other guys, like they're not bad, but you take them off New England and tell me where else they're going to be a number one receiver.
okay,
Nowhere else. Like look where Chris Hogan ended up at, the Jets. He ain't doing nothing. You ain't heard nothing about him since after he left the Patriots.
but it wasn't about Hogan.
But what I'm saying is, who made him? Tom Brady did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that he's saying. What I'm saying is, he didn't have any weapons. He didn't have weapons. He had Edelman. He had Moss. Okay, but he didn't have like weapons like he has now.
Yeah, Welker.
Okay, one.
All right. Put Wes Walker anywhere else where is he number one?
And where Walker ended up at?
Broncos.
Denver.
And he was number one.
Not really. You got hurt there too.
I'm pretty sure they had like Brandon Marshall in Denver around the time he was there. I think they had someone else. I forgot the other guy's name. But nah, Walker's not like a number one type receiver. You're like, if you put him in the slot, you put him on the backer, you're good. But if you expect him to go somewhere and be the man, stop.
But he wasn't New England, no?
In New England with Tom Brady.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. With Tom Brady. Now, I mean, I know much about stats. I may have got the stats wrong. And Tom, I'm sorry about that. Please don't slap me later. But as far as I'm concerned, like if they wasn't under Tom Brady made these people who they are. He made no name receivers. Made them big name receivers. And then when they went somewhere else, like, damn, where did he disappear to? Chris Hogan. The only reason I found him on the Jets because I happened to see like a highlight, and he happened to be like in the background somewhere. So you forget they played.
You're right with Chris Hogan.
Well, Chris Hogan, I mean, Wes Walker, he got hurt when he was playing with the Broncos. So he kind of faded off into the sunset too.
I don't agree with Welker. And,
I do. I mean,
but I don't believe I believe they good receivers. And they might not be like Hall of Fame receivers, but I do believe they good receivers.
But
I'm not saying that they're not good receivers. I'm saying if you take them away from New England with Tom and you put them anywhere else, where are they number one receivers? In New England, they're number one receivers. But that's the only place they could have been number one receivers.
Okay, I get you. Okay. So
yeah, another skill set that outshine the skill set he had in New England. He was able to make your minimum skill set maximum in New England, but minimum skill set somewhere else. It's just not to get on the field.
Like, let's say you gave Tom Brady Randy Moss their entire career. How many championships do you think they would have? A piece of great. Like, Tom has already got 6. But how many more would he have if he had Randy the whole time?
The whole time, like
Randy go out there, taking the top off the defense, touchdown. Touchdown. He got 23 touchdowns the first time he played. First year. He might one man and beat them on the fluke play. But if they played their whole career together, how many rings do they have?
Are we talking about the 08 championship with the Tyree catch?
No. That was a freak play.
Yeah, it was.
If Randy and Tom played together their whole career, it's like
He probably had about 7. He probably had about 2
Tom
more.
already got 6.
He probably had about 2 more. Probably at 8.
He had 8, right?
Probably right. But probably about 8.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
that's
what I'm saying. The guys he had, he turned them into champions. But Randy was on his same level at a different position. So it would have been deadly because Bill's a defensive guy. So his defense would have still been ready. But you would have gave this man like a legitimate number 1 guy? Overtime? Yeah, no, that gets ugly. Fluke plays happen, you lose. I understand. But overtime? Yeah, like Ben said, you had a couple more championships to his fingers.
Okay. So now since that commercial, he would take off 8 rings instead of 6. You remember that commercial last year? He's like, what he said, fumble. What was his name? Singletary. Singletary. He's like, fumble. And then I used to watch the commercial on YouTube. I was like, oh, they showed the whole commercial. It's pretty cool. But anyways.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Back to what I was saying, though. I'd like to see Tampa Bay win because they haven't won one, right?
That's his.
They
won.
They won, yeah.
They won.
That's his staff.
Probably the greatest defense of all time. Or one of them.
Yeah.
So they did win one.
They won.
No, 3.
Oh, okay. Well, then honestly, I don't care. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't care because I don't follow either one of these teams, so I don't care. It's not my team. So.
But they ain't won since 03.
And I kind of want to see them win because they haven't won it so long, and Kansas City won already. Yeah. So
Say, Ray, who was the quarterback in 03 with Tampa Bay?
Dilfer?
Brad Johnson.
It wasn't Dilfer?
Was Johnson?
No, that's
Brad Johnson.
Okay.
That's the Ravens. My bad.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer was with the Ravens.
Yeah, they both.
But Dilfer won a ring though, didn't he?
Yeah.
He won a ring too.
Dilfer won with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about Brad Johnson. Yeah.
But that defense was really the side of the ball, though. They had Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, Shelton Quarles, Booger McFarland, Simeon Rice, Charles Mims, Rondé Hargrave. What are we even talking about, man? It was like easy. The only other defense, like in my opinion, and that's because I didn't see the 85 Bears, is I think it was the 2000 Ravens squad with Ray Lewis in there. That was something else.
Yeah. And Ray Lewis still came back and won another one right before he left the league.
Who do you think, when we talk about defense, who got the best defense? Who's going to be the best defense on Sunday?
I go back to what Ben was saying. I'm not so sure that the Buccaneers are supposed to be here.
I think it's the Bucs, honestly.
Popular people blame it on Matt LaFleur for losing the game, but Ben was right with Tom Brady throwing 3 interceptions. And not only did he throw 3 interceptions, he threw them all in a row. Every time Aaron got on the field, he couldn't do anything with it. Right? I'm not so sure that they're supposed to be there. One thing I do know, though, is if you throw 3 interceptions straight against the Chiefs, you better believe Patrick gonna put at least 2 touchdowns on your ass.
Yeah, at least 2, and that was my whole point. Like I may not got the stats right as far as his numbers were concerned. Like I said, I greatly apologize for that. But my point was, I don't know if he need glasses or maybe he just thought he could squeeze it in there. But he threw 3 interceptions, and that's deadly against the Chiefs. Like you do that against a team that's gonna be able to put some points on the board. And I thought the Packers were gonna do it every time, but what was that cornerback King? What's his name? Kevin King?
Oh, for the
Packers. That dude just like, I don't know what he was thinking. Like that game, he just wasn't with it. Like I'm like, you supposed to be doing something with this, and you just not.
Maybe the Packers underestimated them.
I don't think. No, you don't underestimate. No.
I mean,
But
I thought the Packers were going to win.
I did too.
my bad, go ahead.
I thought the Packers were going to win. I just, it just, because Aaron Rodgers, man, just, last year he looked like he was going downhill, and this year he was like, I'm back. Man, I just thought he had it. He had the receiving core. Devontae Adams was like, who can stop Devontae Adams? Is insane. And then tight end was doing what he was doing. I forget the new name, but
Tanya,
yeah.
yeah.
And it was crazy, man. I was just like, who gonna beat them? You know what I mean? And I didn't think they could beat the Chiefs when they went to the Super Bowl, but I just thought they was gonna go. And they didn't go. But Tom Brady, man, surprised me the whole year. The whole year. So, I mean,
He surprised you?
Yeah, man, this year. I just thought, I knew that, I figured they were going to be a playoff team, but I thought they were going to be a one-and-done playoff team.
Who?
Yeah.
Tampa?
I did.
I didn't think it was gonna be a one and done, but I mean,
Wait. Hold on. So you think it was more New England, or you thought it was more New England than Tom?
I thought it was mutual.
Okay.
I thought it was mutual, so I believe that I kind of compared to kind of like Kawhi and the Spurs, where it was like, I feel like
I could have a perfect marriage.
it's Tom Brady had to put in the work, and Belichick gave him, help build him. You know what I mean? So I thought the same thing with Popovich and Kawhi. Where it's like you got a player that really wants it, and they take advantage of it. You know what I mean? And then they become who they are. Because, you can become who you are, and then the next year somebody figure you out and you don't do anything. And so
I think that.
And that's what I feel. And that's what's so. But then you go to Mahomes, and that would make Mahomes so deadly because it's no figuring out. Like I believe people figured out Lamar Jackson. I believe people figured him out.
Yeah. But he's more of a passer.
Who?
Lamar. He has the wheels, but he told you himself he preferred to throw the ball.
He does prefer to throw the ball, but they run it more.
It's kind of like LeBron. He's not a scorer, but as soon as I step on the court, there's 30. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Lamar. It's like, I don't want to run, but I'm on the field, so I might as well get 100 yards.
Yeah, but it just,
and that's why he ended up getting hurt in the game and got taken out.
But it didn't.
I don't think he was hurt. I think he got shit.
The shits.
Yeah, he went out. I don't think he got hurt.
He had to go boo boo.
Yeah.
You better take a shit in your pants.
No. They probably was white then. He ain't gonna never do that.
You know they got other players in the locker room. They'll play football.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna live that down, man.
I don't know. I saw it. Like I kind of like fell asleep on that game, so I looked up and it was like they showed the part where he hit his head. I'm like, oh, okay, so he got a concussion. And then they put in that dude from they put in Griffin, but then I remember there's a game where even Griffin got hurt. So they put in that dude from Penn State. He
guess what happened? Came right back in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I'm play like
who do y'all think has the best defense? So I kind of think Tampa Bay does.
By default, because Tampa has shown already that they can't do anything with you. I mean, by default, the Chiefs.
I think that if it comes down to like the last Super Bowl, which was last year, if they run the ball and they run it strong, it's gonna be a problem. Because even Matthew said last year, man, it's like, man, I'm glad they stopped running that ball. Because when they were running, it had success, and not saying that Tampa can't run the ball, but like last year when the 49ers, sorry, Jeanette, ran the ball, when they ran the ball, it was killing them. Then all of a sudden, the offensive coordinator said like, "Oh, let's air it out," and Garoppolo's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So he airs it out, and I was like, "Oh, it's interception city all day." So and then Matthew said like, "Man, I'm glad they didn't stop running the ball." Mostert was like, so
I don't understand that.
I think if Tampa runs the ball and they can't stop the run. They're more of a stop the pass defense because you need big defensive tackles and fast defensive ends to stop the run and really fast corners to stop the pass and a safety that can smack the shit out of you. Which is Matthew, the Honey Badger, but you know, hell, he's linebacker, running back, nothing over. I was the hell.
Wouldn't the Chiefs kind of like check all the boxes?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Check the boxes. What I'm saying though is that last year they couldn't stop the run. So my question is, this year, do you think they can stop the run if they start running on them? Because you got Breland out there on the corner. You got Matthew, what, safety?
Mm-hmm.
And who's the other corner?
For Kansas City?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Fact check it, someone, please. Go got the laptop.
Yeah, I got. I'm about to look it up.
I would normally be the one that does that, but we have them on my phone, so I don't want to like lose them because I want to.
Oh shit.
Up on them.
Okay, hold on, y'all. We gotta call him back.
Maybe he was trying to look it up. And he hung up on us.
Please leave your message for 83.
Nobody needs to know.
No, I just think I kind of think that Tampa Bay got like a better defense.
I want to see Tampa Bay win. Just because I have a grudge against Kansas City. That's the only reason why.
How do you not like Kansas City?
Because they beat my 49ers.
Okay, but
Yeah.
they beat everybody though.
Yeah, well, they can kiss my butt. I don't care.
But how many people beat the 49ers this year?
I don't care. They beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. That's what I care about.
Oh, okay.
That's what I care about.
Okay.
It's like,
my bad. I get you.
Is he going back right now?
no, I'm trying to call him again. Oh, no, there it is. Hello?
Joe, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
I was like, maybe you were trying to look it up. And we're like, I think you hung up on us.
All right, so yeah, right. I just pulled up the roster, and
Okay.
Bo Pete Key. No, who the fuck is that?
You gotta look at the depth
I
chart.
think he's from LSU.
You want to look at depth chart?
Look at the depth chart.
Depth chart. Okay, let me look at depth chart.
It was up there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So, Ray, you're going for Kansas City, but you think Tampa Bay might win?
No, I don't think Tampa Bay might win. I mean, not at all. I think the Chiefs are going to win it.
Oh, okay.
But I might be like a little bit of a degenerate gambler sometimes. No, but I bet a wager on it. So anything no winning, I think Tampa's winning.
So you just think they're gonna get smashed?
I don't think they're gonna get smashed. I just don't think they're gonna win.
What's the score?
Tavarius Ward.
Oh yeah, Ward.
So you got Breland at the right. You got Breland at right, and then Tavarius Ward at left.
D Ford.
Tavarius Ward.
Tavarius Ward.
There's Ward. Oh, Ward's nice too. Yeah, both.
And then you got Snead. You got Snead. Snead is like the set, like the backup, and then his backup is Bo Pete Keys.
Okay. Who are the linemen?
The linemen, D linemen are Chris Jones and Derek Nundy. Yeah, Frank Clark of defensive end, right defensive end, and Tano Sagna. I don't know.
No worries. Clark is nice.
Yeah, Clark is.
Yeah, Clark is nice, and Jones is too. And
Jones, yeah. So I think they kind of like check all the boxes, man.
they do.
And
Well,
Matthews are over. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, that's exactly. Matthew, they have a strong safety, and they have nobody else behind him. So if he gets hurt, somebody's have to move to his spot because he's a strong safety. And then the free safeties are Daniel Sorensen, you got Juan Thornhill, and Armani Watts.
Yeah, but that offensive side of the ball, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's true.
Tyreek Hill. Oh, wait a minute, I got Patrick. Wait a minute, dog.
Yeah, just saying.
What are you gonna
Hey, but you know, Tampa Bay got people too, though.
Now, hold on. Now, I'm going to Tampa Bay now. I'm being fair. Let me go to Tampa Bay, too.
Tampa Bay got Leonard Fournette, Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I don't know if Antonio Brown is going to play or not. You got my man Gronk. So I mean,
Gronk ain't doing.
You got nice players on the offensive side of the ball as well.
Say, Ray. On the cool, I don't feel like this is just me. I don't feel like Gronk has really done much. I ain't heard his name a lot.
Yeah, but see him, man. But see what you got to understand though. You know.
Okay, so you got Mike Gronk, you got Mike Evans, Gronk, Donovan. Well, we're just looking at skill player, right?
But see, Gronk and
Cameron Brate. Oh, I'm sorry.
Gronk and Brown are getting hot, and that's dangerous.
I don't know, bro.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah, Gronk. So you got Brate, Godwin, Tom Brady, of course, and Ronald Jones. Fournette is behind him, and then LaShawn McCoy is behind him. LaShawn's on third.
McCoy's not really going to play.
Right.
But McCoy ain't gonna play. I mean, I haven't seen him.
Fournette's cold, and Jones is nice too, so they good at the running back position.
Okay. So you got Sua defensive end, Vita Vea at nose tackle.
Oh, they do got Ndamukong Suh. They got Jason Pierre-Paul too.
You forgot don't forget Will Goldston. You got Pierre-Paul. You got Devin White, Levante David. He's pretty cold too. Shaq Barrett, Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy, and Antonia Winfield, and Jordan Whitehead.
Yeah. No, Tampa Bay got some players too, but again, I go to Week 12, Kansas City, Tampa Bay. First quarter, 207 yards.
But that was a different thing, though. I mean, that was a different thing.
It's the same thing. Things go on for that. They're the same thing, though.
But you can't think that. You can't. That man ain't gonna do that against them in the Super Bowl. I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying he can't.
Right?
Speed kills, but I think they're gonna plan him for that. I mean, you don't get to Super Bowl and then somebody.
Bro, if I line up against you, faster than you can't do anything with me.
Yeah,
even if you put somebody over the top, you can't do anything with me faster than you. And my quarterback throws the ball 70 yards down the field. All right, so you running 40s? Cool. What are you going to do? Even if you back up 10 yards off of, what are you going to do?
I got you.
That's true.
I don't know, man.
So, and with him being that fast, it opens up everybody else. That's a problem.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like let's take LeBron, right? Because LeBron is out there, everybody else is open.
Hey, Ray, I got a question to ask you. I'm still looking at this roster. So Scotty Miller was on Bleacher Report, and he said that he feels like he could beat Tyreek Hill in a foot race. I almost
one
tried.
guy ran like a 4.29, one guy ran like a 4.39. So, I mean, it's like neck and neck, and if Tyreek slipping, then yeah, he'll get him. But based on 40s, Tyreek faster. But the other thing, too, though, and you guys, like, ever competed in sports? You all currently compete in sports?
You consider jiu-jitsu, yeah.
I play semi-pro.
Go ahead, Darnell.
I played semi-pro for about 12 years, so.
Okay, cool. So, and then you, Mr. Net, you ever competed in sports or anything?
No, sir.
All right, cool. But you still probably know what it is to be competitive, though. But when you're in sports and you're competitive and you line up and get somebody, like, hey, let's go get it. So something else kicks in, too. So you put Tyreek and Scotty out there and Scotty been running his mouth, it might get ugly.
That's what I'm saying. So I think Tyreek might have something to say or prove. He might get on the phone again and say, "Help is on the way."
But I mean, is Scotty really a difference maker though?
Scotty Miller.
That'd be real.
We ain't able to hear about him until close to the end of the season. But
he did something at the beginning. Like week 1 or something.
this is the first time I'm hearing about him, so I didn't really think this was
I picked him up on fantasy, but it was like week 1, and then he just disappeared. But Tyreek Hill.
Yes, he's a first string, depth chart, everything, all that nice stuff. But I'm just saying, like, Scotty Miller's running his mouth, and I think when people run their mouth, that puts a little more emphasis on I need to get this guy or show him I'm better. So I think Tyreek might have like a third jet kick in. It's like, wait, he's even faster than he was before. I'm just saying. I just thought that was a good topic because these guys are talking about foot races. You ever watched? I was just watching that. I just thought, yeah.
I don't think we're not racing. Because you look at Tyreek Hill stats.
I'm not talking about race. I'm just saying, like, yes, if they were to have a foot race with no pads, then who would win? But we're talking about running routes and, wearing pads, that's extra weight and all this extra stuff. So it don't really make a difference, It does, but it doesn't,
All right, I just want to take a poll. So Ray thinks the Chiefs are going to win. Who do you think is going to win, JP?
Oh, you would go there.
I think Chiefs.
You think the Chiefs?
Yeah.
What about you, Ben?
Everybody keeps asking me this, so I got to explain my answer here. I want Tom Brady to get his ring so he can ride his ass up to the sunset and hand the reins over. Because there comes a point in time where you stay too long and it's time to give it up. And I'm not saying that he's too damn old or whatever, which I think for his own personal health, but that's his choice. His own personal health, he should go ahead and just, if he wins, relax and go and sit down somewhere. But on the other hand, I want Mahomes to get his second ring and, show him like, hey, it's not a fluke. I'm the man. Like, I'm about to be that man that they're going to be talking about for the next, umpteenth years of why, for the time I've been in the league, because we look at Terrell Davis, he was 7 years, he made it to the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So you're right, Ray. It's not how long, it's what you did while you were there. So with that, I guess I gotta go to Texas, boy. I gotta go to the Chiefs. Because one, he's from White House, Texas, which is out near Dallas. He went to Texas Tech, and I'm tired of seeing Tom win. Like, Tom just sit out somewhere. I don't hate Tom. But don't get me wrong, I don't hate Tom. I don't. I think he's the GOAT of football right now. Like, he is. But it's time to sit down. Like, there's a point in time where you need to sit down and give it up. Like, And then to say like,
apparently not ready to sit down yet.
But I think Mahomes could say, I beat the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, I beat the GOAT. Like, we beat the GOAT and his team.
To beat a man, you gotta beat the man.
That's what I'm saying. I think, but Mahomes got to be the man.
But y'all know that if Mahomes wins and he says, I beat the GOAT, there's going to be haters out there and they'll be like, well, the GOAT's like 40-something.
Well, he's not going to say that.
That's still not room enough to start talking, though. But like,
haters are going to hate. They're going to hate any way they can.
He's not going to say. He's not going to say that because he's not. He's humble. He's very humble. So he'll say, man, I played, legend, blah blah, and that's just critics.
I don't even know if you take humble like that, dog. Like, to be honest with you, man, like, if you playing football, that's a violent game, dog. Like, you ain't really that humble, man. Like, it's like, not everybody doing it. You know what I mean? Like, there's only a select few that do it. Like, when you look at all the numbers,
true.
Nah, so I don't know if I buy that humbleness. Like, in the media, they might play that. But on the field, nah.
No, not on the field. Well, yeah, I'm sure on the field, right? We don't hear what they're saying to each other. Everybody's talking about each other's mamas, sisters, brothers. They probably looking shit up. Like, yeah, I heard your mama died last night. I'm just saying, like,
hey, you know who the most intimidating ones are the ones that don't say nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
Mahomes is that type because
those are the ones that probably bother me a little bit, probably.
Because they don't say nothing back.
Basketball and fantasy, like I used to have that wet, right? Like I used to have that jumper. So you give me a foot? Oh, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Don't even worry about it. I got you. But then I'm coming back down the court talking to you the whole time, man. People don't talk back. It's like, oh, shit. I'm like, look at this game. I'm going up in there. Like, nah, those people were wild, man.
They're the scary ones.
Yeah. Do you remember that jumper, though? No.
Oh, yeah, that jumper was wet, man. Because I remember we was playing the game one time. He said, hey, watch him. He's a shooter. I didn't point right away. I said, him? He said, yes, he's a shooter. Watch him. Sure enough. I was like, oh, shit. But I never said anything, though. Everybody just looked at it. I just...
My brother said, he said something. He said, if you good, you ain't got to tell nobody. That was Mahomes. That's what that team is. That's what the chief is. You don't have to tell nobody. If you're good, you don't have to say nothing. Because your play shows it. So, it's just like Calvin Johnson never had to say nothing.
He played a trash team.
I don't care. He ain't had to say nothing.
He ain't had to say nothing.
Mahomes ain't got to say nothing.
Hold on. Let's go to Calvin Johnson real quick.
Nah, see, Mahomes get up there and he'll celebrate on your ass. I don't know. Like, you see him out there wilding out. He threw the football.
And that's different, though. That's different. Because that's different when you celebrate because it's football, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, man, is like when you look at the Chiefs, man, they like built for speed. They built for speed. And everybody on there is faster than you. They're a better athlete than you. They're just better athlete than you.
Right.
No, I dig that. But
You know what I mean?
again, I think that's what they portray to the media. But, like, on the field, like, individually, privately, like, oh no, it's that way, man. Like, because they're still human and this is their job, you know what I'm saying? And if you make a lot of money at your job, then you're gonna figure out different ways to have fun with that money, you know what I mean? So yeah, when I come to work, I'm gonna be this excellent person, I'm gonna be this great employee. But alright, cool, I'm off. Alright, let's go get it. Right? And trust me. Like the more you have, like the more it goes down.
I got you, but I don't know. The Chiefs, to me, man, they speed kills, man, and they got a lot of it. They got a lot of it. I don't see nobody. I see people stopping Evans. I don't see nobody stopping Tyreek Hill. I don't. They'll stop Godwin. Let's stop Gronk. I don't think you're gonna stop all of them. Are they good players? You can stop Gronk. You're not gonna stop Kelsey. You're not.
They don't have any extra Evans.
Do what?
They don't have any answers for Mike Evans. The Chiefs, they don't have any answers for Mike Evans.
What about Godwin though?
I mean, they good players. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. You know, they good players. I mean, like, you know, what I'm saying is like somebody gonna get open. Somebody gonna get open. You know, on their team. You know, and then it's like.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have any answers for Mike Evans. Mike Evans is probably going to be open like every play.
But he's
tall.
Okay, but he's like 6'5".
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he runs fast.
Okay, but
so in a sense, it's kind of almost like the same equivalent that Tyreek Hill has, but Tyreek has more speed. But I'm taller than you, so that's a bigger catch radius. So Tom can throw it up where Chiefs can't grab it.
okay.
Do y'all think it's going to be a close game?
Oh, I think it'll be really close. I just think the Chiefs are going to win.
I think it's gonna be a close game, but it's again Chiefs they're gonna pull it out.
I say
because against the Packers, Godwin got 48 yards. It's saying right here, he got 48 yards. Let's see.
I say the Chiefs win by 10.
By 10?
Oh, you got a 10-point spread.
Yeah.
I got it like within 3.
Speed kills.
I got it like I can see like 41-38.
Speed kills, man. And I just feel like if you was a receiver, who would you be wanting to throw you the ball right now in their career? Right now in their stage in their career, who would you want throwing you a ball?
With everything at stake.
With everything at stake, man, I'm talking about right now in their point in their career. I'm not talking about what they did in the past. I'm talking about right now.
I mean, Tom hasn't really lost a lot, but Patrick is more exciting. I think I've always been for excitement, so I think I'm probably going with Patrick.
Man, but you know what? I say that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Patriots. I mean, not Patriots. Buccaneers win. Yeah, I just, you know, I'm still on. I respect what he did, though, Brady. I really do. I think it's awesome, man. I think it's awesome, but
I dig it.
I think it's awesome. I really do. Part of me want to be proved wrong in a way. I don't know why. I like Mahomes, man. I think Mahomes is like, I never seen nothing like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like, I believe Mahomes, if you show little kids videos of Mahomes, it's like Jordan. And just like, dude, you don't show kids pictures of Jordan, like, this is how you do it because you're not that athletic. You're not gifted like that. You know what I mean? You're not. I believe you can show, you know.
Something about Jordan, though, like, I would hate to play against guys like that, man.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, people.
Jordan used to sing to you while he was on the court. Like, he would sing, giving you the best that I got. That's like, bro, how you saying that to another grown man? Giving you the best that I got because you know as a grown man, that's going to make you upset, right? So, here's my best, but my best is 100 times better than your best. What is going on, man? That's something else, man.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a head game though. You think about it. I mean, it's not only a physical game. I'm also gonna get in your head. So while I'm sitting here physically beating you down, I'm gonna mentally get in your head, singing the big, "Give me your best that I got." And as he sings, he drive past, she driving, dunking the ball.
Where you hear that shit at? Where you hear that shit at? That's a real
documentary.
I done heard it. I done seen the documentary, man.
I didn't see the documentary.
I've seen the documentary. This is the first time I've seen it.
Even Jordan broke down to you talking about, I know I was hard on my teammates, but that, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was talking about shit.
The Last Dance was dope. The Last Dance was
I mean, Ray, let's be for real. Even when we was playing out Angelo, we was talking shit to each other on the court. I mean,
Oh, you know, back down over here, man. Like, 'cause back at that time, like, I'm telling you, like, you can put me on a short list of best jumpers at the school. Like, it used to be like that, but, like, I always tell myself, man, if I could get a guy 6'8", I'd probably make the league, man. 'Cause I was 3 and deep, but my 3 ball was cold. I got a guy in 6'8", man.
yeah, but yeah, we had good times out there, man. It was good times.
No, college was fun time, man. Like, but I don't know. Back to the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a better place.
Well,
man, alright, so who wins? Why they win? And what do you think it would mean to that team at this point in their career?
You want me to go first?
I go first.
Okay, you go first.
I think the Chiefs win. Cause Patrick Mahomes is like not even human. He's like an alien in a robot. I've been saying that. I mean, I don't see how that man human. And I just think their team is like built for speed. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like tight end is fast. That's crazy. And so it's just like they build for speed. I'm like, dude, like their defense is better than it was. And I think if they beat Tom Brady, man, I say they win like 2 more in a row. I think they can win 4 in a row if they beat Tom Brady. I really think so. Cause it's just like I think they can keep their team together. I just think they'll find a way. You know, and I thought that was real smart for you to say, okay, we're just gonna pay this man this money, and we're not gonna worry about this man. That was smart. That said a lot. And so I think if he does that and he's the quarterback, other people be like, yeah, I'll do that too. You know, I just thought that was smart. Because he didn't even get on free agency. He was just like, we're not going to let you get on free agency. We're just going to tie you up. And I think they win by 10. And I think it'll be a dynasty. That's what they're trying to create. And they don't tell nobody, but you can just see it. They better than you.
They ain't got to tell you, it's going to show you.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They don't even have to tell you.
I think the Chiefs win because you got a young gun out there, and he's not a gunslinger. I mean, everybody wants to say he's a gunslinger, but he really isn't. He knows when to throw the ball, he knows when to hand it off, he listens to his coaches, and he's not one of these arrogant players that, well, as what I could see and was perceived, is that he's willing to sacrifice throwing the ball for a run, or if he needs to run, he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. And he's taking that GOAT mentality as a youngster and he's applying it now. Because most youngsters, when they start out, you don't see him winning. What year is he in? His fourth? Probably his 4th year? Mahomes, probably third, 4th year? Somewhere, whatever year he's in.
4th year in the league.
Yeah, he's in his 4th year in the league, and he's going to the 2nd Super Bowl. I mean, who does that? Dak can't do it. I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan, but Dak can't do it. You know, you didn't see a lot of players. You didn't see it doing that. I'm sorry, Jake. It's the truth. I gotta say the truth.
I'm not. I'm realistic. But,
yeah, realistically, but yeah. I think that Tom Brady. I think he's coming to an end in his career. And not saying if he wins that it's a fluke, because he is still the GOAT. But it's time. I mean, it's time to kind of start crowning another GOAT. And I think that Mahomes is going to be that other GOAT that this generation looks at. And me and JP gonna be sitting on the couch when the old men talking about Tom Brady. They were like, "Who the hell's Tom Brady?" We know about Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes gonna be coming up with his time to end. It's like
I really.
The only undefeated player is Father Time.
I really feel like I respect what Tom Brady did. I really do.
I do.
And Tom Brady is gonna be one of them players that ain't timeless. Because dude, he won all of the team's Super Bowl, man. That's insane. He won all the Patriots Super Bowls.
But it's not what he done for us. What he done for me lately.
Well,
He was doing it.
defense was more or less responsible for the championships.
But if you look at it right now, Tom Brady made history, and he won't even have to win it because that is the first team who hosted a Super Bowl. So if you do not win,
that's undisputable. Like he's made to they're playing in Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay is the home team playing.
No one never did that.
Nobody's done that. So he holds all that.
They're underdog though.
They still have a team from Missouri coming to their home trying to take it from them. So I mean,
no, they're the underdog at home.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You still have Kansas City coming in to take it from them.
By how many points?
I don't know. You said 10, but I'm done.
No, but how many points are they underdog? Like in Vegas?
Spread is like 3.5.
Okay. What do you think, man?
So spread is like when Vegas gets involved, and generally Vegas has a pretty good idea, or their projections of the numbers are pretty accurate. So the Bucks are the underdog by 3.5 points. Like the over is 56, the under is 53. So if you were a betting man, it would be smart to take either one of them, but take them at 53 versus taking them at 56. Because Tom Brady led teams in the first quarter don't really score a whole bunch of points. Now the rest of the game they'll put up points, but they'll sometimes Tom will just do enough to beat you, right? Like he doesn't necessarily put up 30 to 40 points to beat you. If he can put up 15 and the defense can hold, he'll beat you like that. That's fine with him. But you got Patrick and the Chiefs. They don't really put up a lot of points in the first quarter either, which is crazy because when they played the Texans, I think they were down 24-0. Right? Like in the first quarter, they were down 24-0. And then they went to halftime, it was like 28-24. You know what I mean? So you take the under because you have to expect the defenses will show up too. So if you were betting, you take either one of them at the 3.5 under.
So you with Vegas on this?
Oh yeah. I put some money on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Why would not?
What do you think, Jeanette?
Me personally, I think I want Tampa Bay to win, but I think the Chiefs are going to win.
I don't see how you beat them.
Well, I don't know all the statistics like y'all do. I don't know all the players like y'all do. I just know how I feel about each team. And honestly, I really don't care about either team. But, I really don't.
That's true.
I mean, I don't care about either team. I'm going to watch it because I like watching the Super Bowl. But
yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to be cheering for one team and then be like, because honestly, I don't care who wins. But, I mean, I want Tampa Bay to win because, they're at home. And they are the underdogs. And I always want to go for the underdogs. But realistically, I know the Chiefs are probably going to win.
All right, I got to say this. Who's going to have the best commercial and we're going to leave?
But you already know that, man.
Dude, I'm waiting for that halftime show. I want to see the weekend.
Okay.
But yeah, I am waiting for those commercials. That's the best part.
I think Bud Light had the best commercial.
Yeah,
Bud Light always has the best commercials.
They always have the best commercials, right? In some kind of way, you end up because you not only are you drinking, consuming Bud Light, Darien, or Budweiser, just beer and Anheuser-Busch during the game. Bud Light always comes out with some kind of commercial. It's like, man, let me go with some Bud Light real quick.
Walmart didn't have a live commercial. Walmart commercial was live one year.
That
Yeah,
one year, but if we talk about
Walmart, when they had all the different cars,
if we
had
talk
like
about
Transformers, y'all remember that?
No.
They had like all the different cars.
yeah,
They
if we
had,
talk about go to commercials, bro, it's
y'all remember
but
that
like
commercial.
bro.
Y'all really don't remember that commercial.
I really don't.
With Walmart, they had like they had all the different cars. Like they had like the Flintstones car. They had like Transformer.
No.
They had Kid. Y'all remember that?
No.
Wow.
I don't remember
Are they
that.
actually gonna like have good commercials though? Like, I don't know about you guys, but commercials have been underwhelming to me during this Super Bowl. It's like most of them, especially in the last few years, like to me it seems like they're all just local commercials. You know what I mean? They'll drop one or two there, but I remember growing up. Like Super Bowl commercials used to be where it was at. It was like, oh shit. I was watching them. That was like really like, am I the only one that does that?
I'm gonna throw a dark horse in there though.
Not necessarily. I mean,
I think they're more. There's a lot of money they spend on commercials.
Especially during Super Bowl.
Yeah.
this year because of the pandemic, like I said, the pandemic has fucked up everything. Fuck you, COVID. But anyways, the pandemic has fucked up a lot of things. So I think the revenue, like I was talking to you first time, Ray, I think the revenue that is being generated by the Super Bowl is very under the cap, and the money that they're willing to spend to attract people is under two because of COVID. So
was Super Bowl tickets cheaper this year?
I don't know if they're cheaper, but I know it's gonna be a lot less fans. 25,000. That's it. That's how I let in.
So I've been thinking, man, and I might sound crazy as hell, but since you brought up revenue, man, and I'll probably talk about it a little more like later. I've been thinking that artists try to pair with like these sports teams to produce mass revenue, right? Because they got to catch up. So let's say you have the game, and then you have like some pop star, rock star, rap star, whatever it is, right? Who has a set, maybe like 30 or 45 minutes after. Now we can buy a ticket. Both of them produce revenue. Like, is that a crazy idea, or what do you guys think?
I don't think it'd be a crazy idea. I think it has to be people would do it because they're tired of sitting in the house, and because of the freedoms that Americans have had, and we have to talk about this a little bit later because we got to start wrapping up. But because of the way people have been quarantined and everything like that, they want to get out the house. Saying like, I don't give a damn how much I got to spend. So that's the market's gonna run rampant on that. They're like, we can spike the price up. We're talking about inflation city here. I mean, a ticket that normally costs what, $300, probably costs like $3,000.
What was it, Super Bowl?
Just like an after show.
Oh, I was gonna say Super Bowl. Like,
Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure those tickets cost a lot too. But we gotta start wrapping up, man. But y'all tune in.
Okay, but let's do this. Real quick. Best commercial. I really want to say this. I got a dark horse. I ain't even think about it.
Okay.
I mean, what you say?
Who's gonna have the best commercials?
Best commercial.
Either Pepsi or Budweiser.
I say M&M.
The candy?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Rand, what you say? What would be the best commercial?
Best commercial?
Yeah, which one do you think will have the best commercial? What company?
Pepsi.
He says Pepsi. I say Budweiser. I'm sorry. I
say Pepsi or Budweiser, but I say Pepsi because they're the ones that's doing the halftime show. So they're already putting a lot of money in it.
You know why I say M&M?
They're already putting a lot of money in
They
it.
have to have the best commercial.
I think Pepsi and Budweiser are gonna say something about the coronavirus and that build each other up. And I think M&M just gonna come out there and do what they gotta do. Cause they never do that. They just come out there.
We got candy.
They got candy. They gonna
We got chocolate.
You need to buy candy, and they just gonna do something. You know what I mean? Cause they never been like.
Speaking of, I want to go get some chocolate. So
And that's why they're going to have
Thank
the
you
commercials.
so much for joining us today, Ray. We appreciate your input.
Thank you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure. You guys keep rocking. You guys keep going, man. Take it to the top.
All right. Well, you have
okay,
a
man.
good night. Have a good time out there in Austin.
Yeah. It's nice checking out with you guys. You guys be down, cool down in San Antonio. Maybe we'll link up in person with them.
Good.
That would be nice.
Eventually.
Already, I'll be well.
All right, man. Take it easy.
So episode 31, we're going to talk about the AMC and the GameStop like phenomenon that's going on with the stock market, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to have like Juan Ramirez come and talk about that. It's like a whole, it's like a whole different kind of how regular people try to take over the stock market, but I think it's interesting. Anything I would like to say?
I just have to. I mean, I know it's a little off topic. I didn't tell y'all before you came here, or you didn't get to hear about it. I just had a recent death in the family of a close family friend, Quanda Adams. She knew me when I was younger, like yay high. You know, she watched us when we was playing. We playing with Ninja Turtle cups where they change the color. You put the ice in them. So we sit there and rub the ice on it and change the color. Because she thought we were the weirdest. She thought me and my sister were the weirdest kids ever. She's like, y'all are weird. I don't understand y'all. But she just passed today. So it was a little bit of a shocker to hear that before the show. But rest in peace. Roderick, you know where I'm at, man. You need to call me. Let me know what's going on. We'll link up. Little bro, I love you, man. Quanda, I love you. I'll see you when it's time. But other than that, you know, we'll see y'all in episode 31.
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.